Hey guys, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Hopefully you're doing good. I wanted to do 4 videos, which I did last night, like 2 hours back. But sadly, my microphone was not connected properly, so I did not get any audio. Over 1 hour of content basically was a waste. So I got very upset, but I know myself that I'm very, very, um, headstrong. So sort of like I sat here, I thought I would upload those and then I would have late night dinner or early breakfast. But no, I'm gonna finish the videos, upload, then we'll eat. So when I did the video, it was like 3 a.m. Now it's 6 a.m. in the morning almost, and I'm wearing Amouage Jubilation 25. Let me just do a quick spray. Okay, just a respray to refresh the bring back the opening top note. Nice, great fragrance, one of the best Amouage ever made. So the topics that I did, I'm doing the exact same topics, exact same fragrances, and I want to upload. Hopefully you will appreciate it. And my voice sort of broke down after doing 1 hour plus talking. Now I'm doing 2 hours. So I do apologize if I sound a little bit down, but I'm gonna do the videos because I'm determined. Okay, power. So the topic that I had on mind was a topic that fragrance mistakes that rookies make, or rookie mistakes, or beginner mistakes that we make. I don't mean to insult anybody by it. Okay, it's not to be said that it's like a bashing or making fun of youthful people, young people, beginners. If I do that, I make fun of myself because I was there once. And I can tell you one thing: fragrance journey is never complete. You never completely graduate. You always smell something here and there. There's always something to learn, either about notes, a perfume, style of perfume, or weather condition, or a culture. A lot of things involved because fashion industry, perfume is a part of it. So it's like a part of like artistic lifestyle. So there's always something to learn. There's always some new houses to explore. So there's always a learning curve. So if I claim that I'm a guru or an expert, it won't be true. I'm always learning. I'm happy to be learning. It's always a nice game. Okay. But the mistake that I made myself in my fragrance journey when I began, yes, in 2014, I'll share some of you, and then I hope you'll give me feedback what you think of those. I try to keep it under 10, 12 minutes. Okay. First rookie mistake that I made, falling for hype. Okay. And some of you will be like, aren't you the one who's also hyping perfumes? Yes, I am. I'm an influencer in a way, because you guys call me that. But I like to think of more like a customer feedback sort of. I use perfumes. I do not know how to make fragrances or ingredient chemistry. I never learned. So I don't want to be a person that pretend to be like, I know about fragrance like backside of my hand. No, I have a lot of fragrances. I reviewed highest number of fragrances in the world. So far, yes, I'm very proud of it. But that doesn't give me the right to say I'm the most expert. I just like to make content. So it will help people out there. I make few bucks in YouTube. So everybody wins a little bit. Okay. And if you watch and give me support, that's the biggest blessing in my life. So what I was talking about, hype. Falling for hype, there's nothing wrong with going with the hype. Most of the hype perfumes, if everybody says good, there must be something special in it. Users, reviewers, everybody says good, it's highly rated. Highly likely it's going to be good perfume. But what is the rookie mistake is that thinking the hype fragrance will work for you. Not necessarily. Some fragrance very, very hyped, like some niche perfume. Mostly people fall for this niche because thinking like, oh, influencer talking about it and it might work for me. Super niche or super dark oud incense. As a beginner, I can assure you one thing: you want to go with something safer, something nicer, more crowd pleasers, like designer side. Okay, like a Hugo Boss bottled 1 million. This kind of fragrance, a Versace Purum. When you wear them, you get compliments. But when you fall for hype, I want to get the absolute best, and I'm gonna get some of those hype perfumes. And when you wear them, actually, you want to like them, but you don't because you don't understand. So it's like trying to graduate from class 5, standard 5, to all the way to university graduation without going through those classes. So I will tell you one thing, that there's no such thing. There's no shortcut to life. There's no shortcut to alternative to learning. You have to learn. Okay. So I'm not saying necessarily everybody will have to follow the same path, but imagine trying to impress others. You get some really uber niche perfumes and you feel like, like this is going to work for you. But when you wear it, nobody compliments you, perhaps, or nobody understood the perfume. They're like, what's this guy all about? Or you never liked it. That's the worst thing. When you buy a expensive fragrance where you could buy 5, 6, 10 fragrance for that price, you got, let's say, Frederick Mall, the Moon, okay, for $1,000, which is the one that cost $1,000. And you buy that and you go like, you got Mas Ravageur. Hey, that's a hyped one. But you didn't like it because it's not for beginners, very complex. And those are spicy fragrances. When you see reviewers talking about they have been in the game, they are seasoned nose. They are in there for decades. Okay. You are in here for days. Okay. So I'm not disrespecting, once again, full respect to you if you're a beginner, but if you fall for hype and buy everything out there, you start buying like without like caring, you just keep buying left and right and you have 1,000 fragrances to get recognition and respect. You may get, but you'll never end up using those perfumes. You'll waste your time and money. So rookie mistake, do not fall for hype. Create your own research process, test a perfume, go to the shopping mall, test them on test strips. Okay, write down the name. Always write down the name, because if you put them all together and you lost track, which is what you sprayed like 10, 20 perfumes, you do not know what you're smelling. So test on the paper, test on skin, and then give it time. Give it 1 hour, 2 hours, see the dry down, how it works, how it develops in AC, non-AC, outdoors, indoors, and how long it lasts. And then do not put too many perfumes in one day, test strips like 50, and you put all in the bag. They'll all mix. So when you put them in a wallet, let me show you. Let's say this is your wallet, right? Sometimes, you don't have to have this wallet, but you have like compartments. So put one here, one there, so they don't touch each other. And that sounds cringy, but these are some basic things. If you have the basic drill, highly likely you will be more efficient in buying perfumes, and you'll get the ones that you really love, instead of getting like a, hey, brand new release, it's good, I'll buy it, I'll buy the whole line. I have seen people making the mistake nowadays. They're not using perfumes, it's collecting dust, and they're not even selling it. It's a total waste. So you don't want to be wasting your time or money, especially don't want to waste your time. I know many people thinking that I'll come to this game, I'll be a big success, I'll be a celebrity, I'll be a reviewer, influencer, but in the end, nobody watched them, nobody remembered them, and one point he'll run out of energy, juice, and then money as well. Then they will just sell off all the collection and then wasted basically 2-3 years. That is terrible. If you don't have passion, man, don't be a phony. In this line, if you're a phony, you cannot fool yourself. You know what I mean by that? Like, let me explain. You can fool others, like saying that, hey, I have an uber niche collection. Look at back, I got Zerjoff, by Keely and everything. But you don't understand those perfumes, okay? You don't understand the complexity. You don't understand notes. You just care for the bottles and what people tell you. So you follow some of your elder brothers, who were supposedly in the game for some time. And you just, you don't even know. They just started 1 year back. They started with Lacoste, but they never admitted. They were like, I was born with a golden spoon in my mouth. Maybe they're rich, but they never know anything about perfumes. And you follow those guys, try to impress them. Hey, bro, like, you got that? I got Roja Dove. And you don't understand anything about Roja Dove. I have seen some reviewers talk about, I got patchouli, ambergris, everything. And they have no clue what they're talking about. Trust me, 6-7 years I'm working here. Sometimes I don't understand patchouli. I don't know that note. Like violet leaves, I know what it smells like. I know what rose smells like. I know the basic stuff. Okay. But if I claim I know the most natural, like, I don't know, vetiver, like, which is extracted from this, that, I did not do the degree on that. So if I do not know, highly likely if you are just copying from Fragrantica or other reviewers, and you're talking about, I'm getting patchouli, like, I know whale vomit and stuff. I went swimming with them and stuff. BS, do not be a phony. People, if they can catch you doing those sort of work and you're lying that, like as an influencer, you're lying that this fragrance is like my go-to guy. You just got it. You haven't used it for 10 years. Like I use Hugo Boss for 20 years around, right? So I know that fragrance like backside of my hand. Say only as influencer what you really know and you feel. That's another rookie mistake some of the new influencers are doing. So I'm sort of like mixing things up. I cannot remember all the notes that I said in my last video, but don't try to impress others by being a fake. If you don't understand perfume, because highly likely this oud game or incense, all these things is not for you if you don't understand. If you try to impress others, what's going to happen is people may say, wow, you know a lot, but you actually do not know. So basically, it's more like you are sick, you're not feeling well, but you pretend like, hey, I'm not sick. And you're not happy, but you show people like, I'm not depressed, I'm happy. But you know yourself that you're not happy. You know yourself that you do not know. You haven't graduated. You are something like Leonardo DiCaprio in that movie Catch Me If You Can. He was talented, but he was a fake. He used to fly aeroplanes and everything. He used to pretend to be someone else role-playing. Don't be role-playing. Be that person. When people ask you, bro, what do you think of, let's say, Ajmal this perfume? Or let's say, what do you think of the 1 million Absolutely Gold? They ask you 10 questions about 10 designer perfume you cannot answer. You say, what, Davidoff, I never heard of it. And then Dior, I haven't tried any of the fragrances. Highly likely people will not respect you anymore, because maybe, because you are trying to show that you know a lot, but actually you don't in real life. So, it will be embarrassing, like when someone asks you, like, hey, they bring a perfume to you, like, tell me, what do you think of this fragrance? Memo Irish leather. And you go like, nah, it's a nice sweet, like when you smell it, because you do not know what's in it. You didn't do your study and you didn't do your copy paste thing. So you do not know. You're like, that's a sweet bubblegummy perfume. And people will like, that time you'll be embarrassed. So these some of the things, like I see, it's not making me cringe or something, but when I see them wasting time, reviewers, they spend so much time and money, but their goal is to show people, to make a point, instead of really doing it out of passion, learning, they are not willing to learn at all. That time I feel it's a waste. Learning is sniffing a lot of fragrances, and you definitely learn. How did I learn? Little bit, I know a little bit, but when I smell 10 similar fragrances, I can pick up, oh, this is similar to that, or Givenchy's Xerius Rouge, similar to Hot Water. I did not learn these things from other reviewers. I learned them from sniffing. So when I smell them, oh, that smells unique. I know what smells unique. And it excites me every time. I'm a fool for love. I'm loveful, A fragrance are love for me. So you really love it or not, you know it. If you tell others I love it, but actually you're in it for just the fame, Instagram fame, and you are here for the likes, it will not work out. It will not work out. People will, if you are, like, say, another thing, arrogant people, they are the stinkiest people to me. The arrogance, like, I am better than you. I am so much upper class than you. I am more royal than you. I got blue blood flowing in my veins. And what do you know? And someone posts like a simple fragrance, like a budget perfume. Students, $5 fragrance, they cannot afford more than that. You make fun of them. You destroy them like in seconds. Like, hey, you wearing the synthetic garbage? Imagine nowadays even people are saying Mansera, Nishane like houses. They're like, those basic, bro. Don't be basic. Spend $500 like me, then I'll accept you and respect you. Don't. I'm telling you, those people, they're full of themselves. And if they do not respect you, you don't owe them any respect. Respect brings respect. I respect people who are making an effort to smell great. They have limited budget, but they still love this game. They get a Decant, they save the money, and they don't do pathetic things like, hey, I need charity and everything. They sacrifice. They use their tiffin money and then to buy a perfume. That's how you grow love. If you spend some money on your game, then only you love. If you, let's say, have an expensive car that your daddy brought you or bought you, you have an accident here and there, it will not hurt you. If you save money and you bought a car and you save, like after 5 years and you got that car, you'll take care of it like your own child. Okay, I'm telling you, that's where real life love story happens. You'll polish the car, you'll wash the car, you'll make an effort to keep the car cool, you use air freshener or one of those car air fresheners, put nice little fancy little pillow and all this. You do it because you love the car. It will only happen if you did it with your own money. But I know some phony people. They're like, they go to different people and then they borrow perfumes and try to show this is my bottle. It's not true. It's basically like I'm wearing a Rolex, like homage or not homage. Homages are fine, but if you actually wearing a fake Rolex and you tell people I wear a real Rolex and people see you're riding a bicycle, they will not believe you. You know why? Because they can do the maths, right? So rookie mistakes, basically simply the stuff that I said in general is discussion, not as a point. Be real. Most important thing. If you're not real, if you do not enjoy the game, don't play the game. This is an expensive hobby. It's a niche hobby, okay? Fragrances are niche because it's not like you spend like $5 on a burger or $10 on a burger. It's gone. No. The case is you are spending hundreds of dollars and if you do not like it and you keep buying and buying just for peer pressure from the community to get respected, big mistake. Okay, so be mindful. Please take note, and I do apologize if I hurt someone in the process of saying my intention is not to hurt you or anybody. Be humble, be open to learning, learn a lot before doing a video or whatever. Learn a lot. If you tell real story, even if it's your knowledge is not so in depth, but if you connect your fragrance, let's say you use Fahrenheit for 10-15 years, tell a story. Tell what happened when you travel with it. Tell what happened in winter. You got this gasoline vibe. You smell like this your uncle. He had a vintage. When you tell real stories, people appreciate it. That's the most important thing. Be genuine. Have a nice day. Thanks for watching. Love you all. And I'll do one more video, then I'll upload it. Take care.